Hey Kai, Jim coming at you from his garage. Hey, how many of you would like something to do that doesn't require sitting in front of a computer screen? Maybe you want to do it with the kids at home um, and have it be paddling related. So I was thinking about maybe offering some coaching on restoring your paddle. Some people are kind of afraid to tackle it. They're worried about sanding on their paddle, understandably. But um, whatever you can break, you can fix. So what what I'd like to show you today is like this is the paddle that I need to repair. You can see kind of the wear, and this is just spar varnish on top of the wood. So what I'll do if you have a paddle like this that needs some of that work, what you do is you get that spar varnish off. You just sand it. Um, Maybe start with 80 grit and get most of it, knock most of it off just by hand, and then uh, maybe work your way to about 250 grit. Okay. Then what you can do is apply some spar varnish. Put it in a garage somewhere where it's relatively warm. Okay. You put one coat on it. Okay. Let it dry. 250 grit again. Then let it dry. Maybe do a third. Some people do a fourth. Um, I've never been that thorough. But if some people have a better way to do this, feel free to let us all know. I'm no God's gift to paddle repair. So spar varnish looks like this. You can get it at your local hardware store or boat shop. Um, Now you might have a paddle that needs a little bit more repair. So I have this example. I already started this project, so forgive me. I started it already, but I'll tell you what I did. Okay, so this is Uncle's paddle. JD and I found it in Uncle's garage, and I asked if I could fix it. And so actually, Lance did a lot of this work before Lance left. He got it sanded down so the wood kind of looked like this. Um, there's the side where it's bare. Um, so he got all the old varnish off, okay, and gave it to me. There was still a patch. You can see this little crack right here. There was a patch there, so I got the fiberglass off of that. Um, I got it off because I wanted this all to look the same. Anyway, prepped it, got it to 250 grit, just like that process I was telling you about with the spar varnish. And then what you do is you use an epoxy. If you got a paddle like this that's got a crack or like a little gouge like right there, and then on the other side, I don't know if you see it, there's some little cracks there. I want to get the integrity back into this paddle, right? It's an older paddle. So it's been around for 20 plus years. Lots of people have used it. We're going to restore it. Okay, so give it back its strength. So, what I did, you can see on this other side, I got my glass sheet and I taped it around the other side. So, what that accomplished was it made it fit really well. You might have to cut around the corners. Um, and you tape it all to one side, you cinch it, and then you get your epoxy. Um, so epoxy looks like this, like a 105, and then it needs a hardener. Looks like that. One squirt of this, one squirt of that. That's the ratio. Okay. So you're probably going to need a few different squirts of that, and then mix it up really well, because sometimes the hardener won't mix with the resin, and you really need to mix that up really well. Okay, so then you've got your glass all ready, you've got your epoxy mixed, so then you take a paintbrush and you dab it on there. Really let the wood soak it in. Get as many air bubbles as you can off of it, and then get like a squeegee and get the rest of the air bubbles out. What I did is I did the other side, and I had it go around about a ½ inch to an inch, so I can lay another piece of glass right on top of that after I sand all this down. You can do it the other way around too. You can do the one sheet and then wrap it around on the other side after you smooth that out. And in hindsight, that was probably a better idea, but the glass should hold just fine. Yeah, I'll probably epoxy the rest of the way up instead of spar varnish on this application, but if you've got a paddle like this and you want a little coaching, or even if you don't have a paddle and you want to use a club paddle that needs a little love, let me know. Okay, so this is your invitation. If you've got a project, start sanding it down first. And if you want any of my coaching, any of Dale's coaching, I'm sure he'd be happy to help. So, sorry, Dale, but he's very helpful. Yeah, let us know. Again, if there's a better way to do any of this, folks, go ahead and put it in the comments section. And yeah, it's the first time I've done one of these videos, so be kind. All right. Hope everyone's staying safe, and yeah, and everyone's well. So we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.